Hello everybody, it's Linda Vasallo from Linda's Baking Needs. For now, we're probably going to be changing the name, and my daughter's going to help me out a little bit with that, because there is another Linda that pretty much uses the same thing, like Linda's recipes and things, and Linda's Bakery. And I'm just gonna try to figure out another name. I might use my old name to my old bakery, my home bakery here. This is my little baking room and my baking area where I was registered, insured, and HIPAA compliant, all that stuff. Not HIPAA compliant, that's medical. That's what I used to do before, coding. Went from coding, medical coding, to baking. What a different thing. Anyways, we're making real Swiss meringue today with raspberry. I'm using dried raspberry. It's real raspberry, but it's dried raspberry. It smells so good. I can smell it from here, but that goes in at the very end. I'm going to put this over here so it doesn't get knocked over. I'm putting it all the way on the other side of the room. And I got 24 ounces of butter. I got 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, the real thing. And because it's dark, I'll tell you at the end what I do. I like to use sea salt. So I use sea salt, and regular salt are a little different. Regular salt is actually stronger. Sea salt isn't as strong. So if you're using regular salt, don't use too much. Like if it's 1 teaspoon, I would use like 3/4 of a teaspoon. I don't know. It's up to you. You could also taste it to see if you like it a little better with a little bit more, a little less. It's up to you. You're eating it, right? And you're giving it to people that you love, I hope. And you're eating it. Okay, so let's get started. These are real egg whites. See? 3 egg whites. Always mark your stuff that you have in the refrigerator. I had these egg whites from something that I had to make with eggs. I think, the cheesecake. I made oh my God, out of this world cheesecake. Which next week, I'm going to be making a passion fruit mousse. Sort of the same way, but a little different. It's got sweetened condensed milk and a few different tricks. We'll get to that when I get to that. But so far, we're going to start off always by wiping your bowl with lemon extract. Pour a little bit on the napkin. Especially with all this butter around, a little dab of butter can ruin your meringue. And you start off this recipe with making a meringue. It's real fluffy. You could put it on cakes. You could put it on lemon meringue pie. You could do all that kind of good stuff. But we're making buttercream. We're making Swiss Meringue Buttercream. So just make sure it's nice and clean with lemon extract. I like to always use the real stuff. I sent my husband out. Look what he got. Imitation. And I actually used it, but I used it in something that it was not important to me. Okay. We got 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Calls for a 1/2 teaspoon, but I have 9 egg whites in here, which it calls for 8 egg whites, so it's a little extra. So I just want to make sure. Okay, in the other room, we're going to be going to the other room. I have a pot simmering on the stove that we're going to put this bowl on top. And once I put the egg whites in, we're going to put 2 cups of granulated sugar. That's the difference between real Swiss meringue We also have a mock easy Swiss meringue that you use these kind of egg whites. I wanted to leave that out real quick. Pasteurized egg whites. That'll be another video that I will do after this one. But it's if you're in a hurry, and this is a little bit more time consuming, but not really. It's pretty, once you get it down, it's pretty easy. So, we got our egg whites in there. I'm pouring my 2 cups of sugar. And you must have a whisk. Stir that in. Some people put cream, like a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and I'm going to do that. It just helps make it real fluffy. Just don't put too much in because it has a bitter taste to it. It's a little bitter. All right. And just a half a teaspoon. Oh, I didn't have my mise en place. Do you know what mise en place means? It means having all your stuff ready to go for your recipe. I guess it's French because it sounds French. To me, it sounds French. Oui, oui, monsieur, mise en place. You know? Mise en place, oui, oui, monsieur. Parlez-vous français? Okay, what was I doing? Okay, the tartar is over here. I keep that by the extracts. Just a half a teaspoon will do it just fine. Don't overdo it, like I said, because you don't want any kind of bitter taste. There, I'm pouring that in. And I'm also going to throw my salt in. There's nothing wrong with putting your salt in at this point. But that's it. You put your lemon extract in later. All right, stir that in. And then you're going to come with me, because I don't have somebody following me around with a camera. That might be my next thing. How can I get to do that? That could fit in here. Let's see. Sometimes it sticks because of the condensation in this room. It's actually not too cold down here today. I like to check what the temperature is. Just to know what it is. I got so much to do this week. Oh yeah, here it is. Yesterday was 52 degrees and today it's 52, 54, 56, 58. 58 degrees. So we're up a couple of notches. All right, so come with me. Come with me to the sea. To the sea of love. I want to tell you just how much I love you. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to put you right there. I'm trying to get you to see it. Make sure you keep stirring. Okay, these are not pasteurized egg whites, so I have this little thingamajiggy here, and I point at it, and when it gets to 140, I believe it's safe to go back on the mixer and mix up our meringues. Some people say, now I said in one video that one of my favorite mentors in the world, the Sugar Geek. Hi, Liz. I'm on YouTube now because I'm retired. Not baking anymore. I'm still baking. I'm just baking for people and showing them the recipes. But she still has a little one, and probably older than her. Not much. Not much. All right, just keep stirring it, but you know what? Let me see. That's not even boiling. Try not to touch. Now, I don't know the reason for this. Sorry about the light. I don't know the reason for this, why it says not to touch the bottom of the bowl to the water. But I'm going to turn this up just a little so it starts bubbling a little. Because we want this, we don't want to be sitting here forever. So I want to slant the bowl a little so it doesn't touch. Alright, I'll show you a little bit more when it starts. It doesn't really change. It does get a little thinner. It's not as thick as it once it heats up, it's not as thick. It waters up a little. But don't worry about that. This is just a tedious time. I wish I could press it and go a little faster, but I can't do that. I'm sorry. So let me think of something I could talk about. We're getting ready for my granddaughter's 2nd birthday. Yay! Last night, I bought this bow. It's a beautiful, it turned out beautiful. But when I looked at it, I was like, I don't want to feel like doing this right now. But I figured it out, and I kind of didn't do everything according to the directions. But it was just a bunch of flaps, and you had to twist and turn and put the string in between. But it's a big, beautiful bow. I'll have to show it to you. Maybe on a short or something, but I don't really want to do that kind of thing again, a bow. But it's really pretty. But I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm putting the bow on the... I got her a tricycle. Grandma got her a tricycle. It's a beginner's tricycle, so Mommy can push her on it. And it could be a stroller. You could even turn the seat around. It's got like 8-in-1. So it has many, many things. Let me see, is that boiling? Oh, yes, it's boiling. So let me turn it back down to medium. Whoa, that steam just went right up my nose. It's good for your complexion, but I don't know if it's good for your nose. Okay. Your arm. Now, my hands are squeaky clean because, like, I just did the lemon extract to clean that all off. We don't want nothing. And I had to mess with butter before that. I just played with butter for a while and got the butter ready because it wasn't room temperature. And by the way, I used some of the best butter around. It's called, what is it called? Hold on, putting that for a second. I saved it so that you could see it. Oh, backwards. Plugra. 85% butter fat. Now I gotta wash my hands again because I got butter on my fingers. I go through so many paper towels. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's keep stirring. We don't want it to turn into an egg omelet like we did the other day, the egg white cloud bread. I ate the whole thing, by the way. I just haven't had a chance to make it again. I did make some more avocado pudding. That's like a regular thing for me now. I love it. And I think you'd love it too. It's on YouTube. It's one of the first ones I put up. Just new at this, guys. Still trying to figure out how to put music on the shorts. I think, I don't know. I'll figure it out. You got to toggle around and figure things out. I might ask somebody that knows how to do it. That's on YouTube already. Let me think if I know anybody that's on YouTube that I know. Maybe not. Okay, I want to do something. I want to test this to see. See, the sugar has already melted. So let's point this temperature thing at this. If you think it's not working, point it at the grill. It'll for sure go up. at 117, so we're almost done. It has to just go to 140. And then you put it back on. This is 9 egg whites, real egg whites. I had 6 from the cheesecake. And then I added 3 more. I don't know why. I didn't need 9. I only needed 8. Okay, keep checking the temperature. 130. We're almost there. And the fun part starts. So how was your day today? You have to tell me if you had a good day today. At work. If you're going to be needing this recipe for something this weekend. You know what? There's people on YouTube that show you the buttercream and how luscious it looks and never gives you the recipe. But I just gave you the recipe and I'm showing you exactly what to do. I happen to put 9 egg whites in. So what if it's 1 egg white over? You could do it with 6 egg whites too. 6 egg whites and a little less of everything. If you need me to help you with that, just ask. Like 6 egg whites would be a cup and a half of, no, that's exactly what I have. I have a cup and a half. What do I have? 4 sticks of butter and 2, 4, 5, 6 sticks of butter is 24 ounces. All right, let's check the temperature. We're almost there. It's foaming up in there. Here, I'll show you. It's starting to foam up. I don't want it to get too close. See, you just gotta keep stirring. When I show you my easy meringue, I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. I put the pasteurized egg whites in the bowl, especially after you do the lemon extract trick. Make sure there's no grease on it or anything. And I let that whip on the stand-up mixer first before adding anything else. And you could do, if you have 2 mixers, you could do a side and whip the butter up until it's totally fluffy and white for about 5 to 8 minutes. That's how you get it the way some of these people are doing it. It's no big secret. Everybody should know how to do Swiss meringue. I mean, if you're a beginner, yeah, sure, of course, you have to learn. Oh, my arm is killing me. Ouch. All right, it's ready. Whoa, I dropped the thing. Let me get you definitely need a mitt. Have one ready. Take that off of there as fast as you can. And then we're going back to the mixer. Yay! I don't want to touch that butter at the bottom and it'll melt it. So let me put you down first. Are you okay? You sure? You sure? Being stupid. Okay. All right. Let's get that under there. Get that whipping. Whipping, whipping, whipping. All right. I whipped it one more time. Okay, but it's going to be a little loud, and I'm sorry to say it's because I'm waiting for a new mixer head. This one, for some reason, was defective. It still works. It's still strong. It just makes a little loud noise, so I'll just yell over it. Is that okay? Just for a little while. It's gotta go on high, so let me make sure it's twisted on there right. So you're gonna see steam come out. Look at that steam, wow. See the little trick at the end of the pasteurized, and this one too, is I have this violet, purple, so if it has a yellow tint to it, but we're adding strawberries, so I really don't need this. I just thought about that. I mean raspberry. I'm using this brand this time, Summer freeze-dried raspberry. And I'm adding a little less than a half a cup, a little less. I may not even put the whole thing in. I'm gonna sprinkle it in because I'm just getting used to making, like I did the other day. I made a passion fruit ganache, but it was way too small, so I'm going to do that video over again. Oh, well, it's not even at the top. Alright, we got to get this bad boy going. And once that gets, I got sticky stuff on my hands. When I was a kid, I'd be like, Mommy, get the sticky stuff off my hands. I never liked anything on my hands. Here, let me get it on. I never liked anything on my hands. I would always cry to her about that. And I like that still, to this day. Isn't that funny? How we keep certain habits. Alright, you have the sugar in there, the salt, the tartar. I don't know how to say tartar. Tartar. Cream of tartar. I keep thinking of tuna tartar. Not tuna tartar. Alright, look at it. It's really, real egg whites really come beautiful. I love the way real egg whites work. The pasteurized egg whites, just make sure you have a good brand. Don't get the store-bought brand. Like I said, my husband got the store-bought brand of egg whites after I told him not to. And he goes, yeah, well then go yourself and get it. Alright? And you gotta let this cool down before we even put the butter in. Let me get rid of some of this stuff out of the way. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. So the only thing we're going to put in is the butter and this and the raspberry. Only when it's almost done. But I'm telling you, one of these days I'm going to use the meringue besides for lemon meringue, which I've made before. And you could torch it and crisp it up and everything. It's yummy. Yum, yum, yum. And then I'm going to use this bowl because I'm running out of containers. I got everything and everything. Listen, do I have anything down here? No, look it out. I'm just going to have the plastic down here. Alright. Come on now. It's at the highest speed, so I can't really make it go any further. I'm still learning how to put like the recipe on the description, but I tried yesterday. My spatula, the seeds going on the side. I don't want to go on too far up. Oh, I gotta tell you this crazy story. I don't really go to the salon to get my nails done. I keep them short because I'm always baking. I like to play the guitar every now and then. It hurts lately. Hurts your fingers. You have to really build up the calluses. But what point was I getting to? All right. I just had a space out. Anyways, you gotta let this get cooled down, because if you put the butter in too soon, it's gonna get soupy. Some people take a cup out after it's done and put it in the microwave and then put it back in and whip it so there's no bubbles. But I only do that if I defrost it. Put it in the refrigerator. By the way, this will last for about a week in the fridge, no more. I wouldn't go, maybe 5 days even. But they say up to 6 months in the freezer. I would only go up to 3 months. Right now I have 2 containers. I have one just vanilla, and I have another raspberry in there. And this time I'm going to make it a little tangier with the sugar. With the sugar, it's going to take away the tang. That's why I'm adding a little more raspberry this time after I add the butter. These 2 things are the last thing we do. All right. I'm going so slow because it's still... You know what some people do? They take this and put this in an ice bag at the bottom if it's taken a while. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just wait. Put this over here. This is what I'm going to use for the grass when I pipe it on the cake. Or I'm doing a number 2 cake. Or is it the other way? Does it go like that? Or does it go like that? I made 2 half-sheet cakes. And I'm making a number 2 cake. And I'm piping in the middle. I'm going to do 1 cake, and I made another cake for my granddaughter, Joni, to play with. I even made homemade fondue.